Minecraft Hardcore is really annoying for many reasons. One of these reasons is literally just the first night in the early game. Why is this time so hard? But sometimes when you're doing later, it feels like it gets much easier. In today's video, we're going to show you how to survive your first night, and also we'll be able to show you other tips and tricks that'll help you be able to survive mid and late game too. So, obviously in Minecraft Hardcore, you have to start by punching a tree. This is so essential for one reason. Obviously, you're going to need resources. In order to get resources, you need wood, just like every Minecraft world. Without wood, a lot of the game is not as accessible. Like getting diamonds, it is much harder to do, but it is still possible. Getting spawns like villages or other things. So let's finish up mining the tree. With this wood, craft it all into planks, and also craft some sticks. You're going to want to start with placing your crafting table, and crafting your first tool of the game, and the only tool you're going to need for this, your first wood tool you're going to need, and your only wood tool, with your wooden pickaxe. Now dig down about 3 to 5 blocks, and now we find stone, because this is essential, because so you can upgrade stone tools. Mine about 17 of this, and then we can begin. Okay, so now that we have some stone, let's grab some more sticks. With these sticks, we're gonna craft 4 tools, but we just don't have the resources right now. Okay, so if we do this, craft this, craft this, craft this, cha-ching, and now we need a little bit more sticks. I didn't really realize that, but now let's place 1 stick, and then these 2 cobblestone to make 1 sword. So now we have the basic tools and the basic necessities. So now the other thing we'll need later is a furnace to be able to craft, not to be able to craft, to be able to cook all the food that you'll need. So let's go find some sheep is our first target. Here we go. Here is our second sheep. And now, where's our third sheep? Oh, it's right here. Third sheep. There we go. So now that is our third sheep, and that's really all that we'll need for day 1. And keep collecting food on the way. And if you find any, and I mean any, exposed coal ore at all, make sure and get your coal. Because the more coal you have, the easier it will be to cook your food, because then your wood supply. See? Like this is exposed coal right here. There we go. That is our exposed coal. Can help cook your food. If you want to explore the surface of caves where there will be minimal mobs, that will also help you get some surface coal and possibly surface iron. If you can find some iron, which is kind of what we're going to go do right now, you'll be able to craft one of the most essential early game items in Hardcore, a shield. There are other essential ones as well, which I don't really worry about until at least getting iron armor. So let's see if we can if we could peek around the corner and see if we can find some iron. Is there any iron over here? Not that I see. So let's turn around and keep exploring. Right now, actually, I changed my mind. So we're gonna just, for simplicity purposes, we're just gonna build our base right in the middle of this forest. So a starter base can literally be anything from a hole in the ground to a small tiny hut. Today we're actually going to build a hut for our first starter base. So again, this doesn't have to look like your prettiest house ever. This is just the base that you'll have for your first night. This is nothing pretty. If you want to make it elaborate and pretty, I'm sorry. If you don't want to look at the ugliness too much, then just build an underground base. So we're gonna need some more wood. Let's go get that. Actually, I forgot. There actually are 3 different types of starter bases. One of them we need to find a hill for, and we would just mine in a couple blocks, and then we would build a base there, which is a really good first night base in Hardcore. You can build an underground base, which is just digging right under you, or you can build an actual house, which is what we're gonna do. Just so you know, you can still do it on day 1. So again, it's not the prettiest base ever. This isn't what this base is supposed to be. This base is supposed to give you the essentials to live your first night. In my opinion, this base does that very well. As a not so good builder, we're gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And just because I can, we're gonna make a checkerboard pattern on the roof. And ta-da. And now it's pretty homey, so if you did find some surface coal, well, good, so then you can use that for later. Now what we're going to do is we're going to place our place our crafting table inside our house to craft one thing in particular, a door. By using these doors, we can put our base like this, which I'm just doing double door for night 1. Then double door like this. Then now what we're going to do is we're going to craft our bed, which is 3 and 3. And now we can place our furnace. And now the last thing we're going to do is with our sticks, use our coal to place and make some torches for 2 reasons. And I'll show you the second reason in a minute. This second reason we're going to need some extra coal is so we can cook our food. Because if you can see, we are a little bit hungry. The thing, if it's still, so you can either do 2 things. You can sleep off the first night inside your base, or you can be productive. So what I would do then, if you want to be productive, is mine down. Is make this kind of formation, and it's just going to go kind of like straight down. We go down, 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 down. Still, the mobs are really hard in this mode. And remember, you only have 1 life, so it's still hard to survive. This will probably be your base for the first few nights while you're getting basic resources. So, tips to survive for the middle of the game and late game. I'm going to consider middle game like when you're about to enter the nether, and late game to where you're about to be the ender dragon. So for mid game, my tips for you are make sure you have at least diamond armor before entering the nether. Just if you're a cautious person like me, then you would get that before the nether. Or you can take it a step further and get protection for diamond armor even before touching the nether, which is, in my opinion, one of the greatest things you can do before entering the nether. So, is there anything else that I could say you could do? One thing you could also do as well is like get an actual base or build a village or trading hall. Make sure you have a good defense that has a lot of fences around your base so none of the mobs can get in, and make sure torches, or any source of lighting that will keep your base lit. The more your base is lit, the less amount of mobs will spawn near you in your base. So remember that. Then my next tip is for middle game is make sure you know that you're ready for the nether, because the nether is really hard. So make sure you're prepared and calm and not gonna have a heart attack when you almost die. So my next tip before going into the late game, you can either get netherite armor, you don't really have to, but making sure that you have the basic potions like slow falling, and make sure you have ender pearls and a ton of other stuff as well to make sure that you do not die to the ender dragon. Like pumpkin head could work, and having a lot of water buckets with you, or having like 2 water buckets to make an infinite water source and make a ton of water things in the end so you don't die as easily. But may I remind you, these water things can be a hazard if the dragon does shoot stuff at you. I've experienced that, and I almost lost hardcore world due to that. So, those are all my basic tips and tricks for Minecraft Hardcore, and if you need any other tips, please comment down below what you want to see, any other tips. Maybe I show you a second video which is more visual, but if you want to see that, please hit the like button and hit the subscribe button. That will tell me that you want to see more of this content. So, goodbye.